Hey, what's going on, everyone? Haven't done a Facebook Live in a minute, and I got a special guest with me today. Give everybody a little time to go ahead and log on. As you're logging in, I'll see your name pop up here, give you a shout out. But, I was sitting here and wanted to talk to my daughter. In case everybody never met her, this is my daughter. What's your name?
Mariah.
Okay, her name is Mariah.
Okay.
We're not gonna put the nicknames out here, but this is my daughter Mariah. You beefing over there?
Oh yeah,
you digging away. But anyway, we just sitting, chilling. She just graduated college, FSU, and what you got a degree in?
Speech pathology or speech therapy.
Speech pathology. Now, the funny thing, when she started school, I couldn't even say what she was getting her degree in. People are like, well, what your daughter going to school for? I'm like, some kind of speech stuff. So what exactly is speech pathology?
It's a pretty broad field. Most people associate it with stuttering, but you can also use it for if you're going through rehabilitation after you had a stroke, or it could be for kids and adults. Swallowing is also in there. There's a mix of stuff. You can either work with developing kids, or you can work with adults who are recovering, or old people who maybe lost their speech, or it's a pretty broad field. It depends on what you like. It depends on what you like. There's also stuttering.
We're going to talk some more about that. Let me see who all we got on here. What's going on? Sean from down under Hollywood. What's up? Who else? Simone, what's going on? Mrs. Webster, long time. How's Mr. Webster doing? We got Owens all the way from the Bahamas. Where I say rude boy original. Done that Walton Star. Damn. She talking about I'm done. The Jamaican side, right? Now look, when you went to college, everybody was, she just got taken in by the Caribbean culture, didn't she?
Yes, I did. Yeah. All of my friends are Caribbean now, mostly Haitian though.
But
I have a lot of Jamaican friends now. I didn't know. They taught me how to dance. I didn't know.
So they taught you how to dance?
Yeah, they taught me what carnival was too.
What carnival was? Yeah. Right. So you ready to go do some carnival?
I got invited to a few. It's just you can't come.
Why I can't come to carnival?
No, I just feel like Dad's invited. You can come.
Hey, hold up. Pause. People, why wouldn't Dad be invited to carnival? What's gonna, I grew up around carnival. I'm in the back of the line dancing and everything in the carnival. Why can't Dad come to the carnival? I mean, what's up with that? Huh? Nothing. Okay, all right. I can't come to the carnival. But anyway, hey, what's up, James? Good seeing you, brother. Been a long time. Who else we got on there? But so this is what I wanted to talk about is, my daughter, she grew up in a house of entrepreneurs. I'm an entrepreneur. Our mom's an entrepreneur. We're business owners, and we've always talked about being an entrepreneur. And you want to go to school, great. If you don't want to go to school, great. There's no pressure in our household. You got to go to college when you graduate. We just believe in empowering our kids to go after their dreams, after their destiny, whatever they really want out of life, and what God created them to get out of life. So it was never any pressure to, hey, Mariah, you got to go to college when you finish high school, and homeschool the kids. So what made you want to go to college?
I always say I'm the only person, the only person in the world that was disappointed when they decided to go to college. Y'all saw his face? Actually, I don't know. I was researching stuff to do in the field, because at the time I really liked ASL when I first finished my associates.
Now, for the folks that don't know what ASL means, what is that?
American Sign Language.
Okay, American Sign. Do a little bit real quick. Tell me, say what's up. There you go. Something.
Hi. There you go. But at the time, I was really involved with deaf culture. Remember, I used to go to all the conferences and everything, and I wanted to be a translator.
Yeah.
And I was researching stuff different colleges and different programs, and then I applied to the translator program at UNF just because I thought it was something fun to do, because you could travel, you could add more languages to that, because I wanted to learn Mandarin at the time.
Yes, she was big into Mandarin.
I did learn Mandarin.
what was it, K-dramas.
That's Korean.
All the time. And she wanted to learn Mandarin, so she was going to go to Korea at one time, but now it was something else.
Well, it's Korean too. I was learning Korean, but Mandarin pays more because only Koreans speak Korean, but Mandarin has like a broader field where it's more needed. So I got accepted to the UAF, and I was like, this isn't what I want to do. And I was up all night like researching different programs, and I found like speech pathology at FSU, and I don't know. I didn't want to do it.
Speech pathology.
It wasn't like a thought out decision. I was just like, I want to do this. And
now, mind you, FSU is about 4 hours away from me, so I was like, they got plenty of really good schools around here. You can go to one that's like 20 minutes away, 30 minutes away. You can come home every night.
Yeah.
And you can still be in the house.
I didn't want to commute either because everybody was like, and it was true. Everybody was like, it's not the same experience when you're commuting because it's just like high school. Like, not that I went to high school, but I can imagine you're going back and forth, So.
So you didn't go to high school. So how you get in college?
Oh, dual enrollment. Yeah, that's a funny story too.
Yeah, that's another. Yeah. Got her associate degree at 17. Cool, awesome. So you go to FSU. When you first get out there, you're 18 years old, associate degree. You're not a freshman in college. You're actually a junior in college. How was that?
It's been interesting all the way up to. I always say it's stressful because a lot of things that I feel like people go through during their freshman and sophomore year, I went through during the same time period, but my classes were real classes. Like your first year, your second year is like the play classes, stuff that you can stay up.
It's
the play
class.
It's stuff that you can stay up all night with, study for like an hour, and then you ace the test. My classes, like once you hit your junior year, your senior year, it's like that's the real classes. But the stuff that I was going through, like emotionally, growing up, learning how to balance and be like a good budgeter with my money, learning how to get groceries, learning how friendship, new friendships work because everybody's like learning how to be an adult, it's a pre-adult stage, so everybody learned how to be an adult, and I had to learn all of that as I was going through like my real classes. Mm-hmm. So it was a challenge. It was a lot of stress.
A lot of stress, a lot of tears.
But it was worth it. It wasn't that bad. It's just you do things a little bit earlier. That's all. Okay.
So you're 20 years old. You graduated. You got your bachelor's degree in speech pathology. She made it. Now we've got maybe another 20-year out here looking at this video, or you might share this with an 18, 19, or 20-year-old, maybe a 25-year-old that's deciding to go to college, or maybe they're going after their dreams. What would you tell that person? Because I know it was times that you felt challenged, like you said, it was stress. But what made you go all the way through and finish?
I think it's mainly because I just like to finish what I started. But
she get that from her mother.
Yeah, a lot of if I started this, I'm all the way. What I used to think a lot is that by the time I was like, I'm done with this, I only had like 2 semesters left. And I was like, if I don't complete this, then 5-10 years down the line, even if I don't use it at all, 5-10 years down the line, what am I gonna say? Like, oh yeah, I almost got my bachelor's degree. So I think it's just like for me to finish what I started. And also I was blessed to have a lot of good people in my life that when I felt like it was like home away from home people, which I realized that a lot of people don't have. But I had a lot of because I was so young, I had a lot of people kind of take me under their wings. And when I was ready to give up, they would literally just keep encouraging me and be like, finish, right? Just finish, So, yeah.
All right, so we got somebody looking at this, young adult, and they're maybe in business, maybe they're in college, maybe they're working a job, but they're going for something. What would you tell them? And they're in those last moments, that last 2 semesters, maybe the last month of their business. What would you tell that young person that they should do so they can keep going and finish what they started?
I guess my biggest thing is thinking about how far you've come. It's like if you were gonna give up, you should have gave up at the beginning. You know, you should have gave up.
Quit at the beginning.
You should have not quit at the beginning.
But if you're in too deep.
But yeah, it's like a lot of people don't, because you would never want to quit at the beginning because you still like it. But I feel like when it gets hard, it's when we've gone 3/4 of the way and there's only one more step to make is when we want to give up. And I hate wasting my time. So I think if you just consider the waste of time or how much effort or how much energy or how much love you put into this one thing, it'll help you keep going to the finish line because you remember why you wanted to do it in the first place. And I feel like if you got that deep into it, if you're all like this stressed about this one thing, that means you already invested so much of yourself into it. And to just give that up, it's a waste of your energy. So that's what usually keeps me going. It's just like, if I must like this thing, or I must be dedicated to this thing if I spent this much time into it. And things do have a tendency to get harder before they get easier. Because I know one of my last semesters, it was like the semester before I graduated, and it was the hardest semester ever. But right after that semester, I promise you, like the final semester before it was time for me to graduate, things were smooth sailing. So I just had to get over that one little hump. And I feel like if things come easy to you, it's probably not for you. And I think a lot of times that the things that are meant for us are a challenge.
So the old saying is right then, where they say it's always the darkest before you get to the light.
It happens. It does, yeah.
So if you're out there, you're in your 20s, you're young 30s, you're a teenager, you're in college, maybe you're starting a business, you're an entrepreneur, whatever it is, maybe you're in that quarter where it's the darkest. The light is right around the corner. You got to break through that, like you said,
yeah.
that second to last semester was her most challenging semester. But when she broke through that semester, and I remember that one, your mom got quite a bit of phone calls.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Couple crying nights. But you made it through. And you got your degree. Now, you got your degree. And it was one thing at the graduation I wanted to talk about. And we said it a few times in the car. But the guy was on stage, the coach guy, right? What was his coach?
I don't know.
Well, what do you call him? The keynote speaker?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's like the keynote speaker. He's talking on stage. And he did a really good speech too. I really liked it.
Yeah.
But he said to everybody in the audience,
it was
like about 2,000 people graduated?
Yeah.
And he said, y'all are a bunch of happy folks, being that this is going to be the last summer you're going to have off for the next 40 years.
What's funny though is that a lot of us in the audience were laughing because we haven't had a summer off during the last 4 years because we've been taking classes in the summer. So we were like, so we're just never going to get a summer off. And it was like, I don't know, it was the most depressing thing I've ever heard a keynote speaker say. Because he was like,
but he was telling the truth though.
Yeah.
So I mean, you got the degree, but what did that make you think of, being that you was raised up in the house with entrepreneurs and we've always had our summers off?
Yeah.
What did that make you think when he said that statement and all the other students, thinking like, man, that is pretty depressing. I'm not going to have a summer off for the next 40 years.
I don't know. I just didn't apply it to myself. So I just didn't apply it.
So why did you apply it to yourself?
I guess because there are other ways. I feel like we get so caught up. A lot of people are so caught up in the one way to make things work. The one.
You get the job.
Yeah.
Jump out of bed.
The one path to success, or not even success necessarily, like financial stability, that we don't realize. And what's been hitting me a lot is that a lot of people, as they're graduating, is we're getting straight into jobs, we're going straight into this, we're going straight into that. But it's like the realization that we don't have to. We can take another route. We can do something different that doesn't require us to have to sacrifice every summer for the rest of our lives.
So you're not down for that plan?
No.
She's not down for sacrificing every summer for the rest of her life.
Maybe 1 or 2.
1 or 2.
Just 40. He said 40 years.
40 years, y'all. The next
I'm
40
gonna be 60.
years.
I'm gonna be a full 60-year-old.
Before you can get a summer. And we live where we see all the 60-year-olds that have their summer off, and they don't have too much fun, do they?
They just sit in their houses. I mean, actually, the old people we're at, like the elderly, the 60, 70-year-olds, they'd be more in shape than me. Like, I got outran by a 90-year-old the other day. It wasn't cute. It wasn't. It made me feel bad about myself.
Well, we're just having some tea time here, y'all. This is my daughter Mariah, and I'm a very, very, very proud father. 20 years old, graduated from FSU. I gotta always make sure I get that right. That's the Knowles. That's not the other school.
Wait, is it?
Yeah, it's the Tomahawk thing, the Tomahawk chop. And speech pathology, and she's on to the next step in her future, which who knows where that's going to lead, right?
We don't know yet.
Entrepreneur, grad school, travel the world, whatever it is. But I encourage you, Mo. I love you. And follow your dreams, follow your passion. I've been telling you that ever since you can understand what I'm saying out my mouth. Is keep following your dreams, go after your passions. Don't let nobody put you in that box, not even me. I want you to be an entrepreneur. I want you to be a business owner, but don't let me put you in that box, because if that box is not for you, if that's not what God created you to do on this earth, because I firmly believe that God created every person, put a gift on the inside of them that they have to unwrap here on the earth so everybody else can be exposed to that gift. If that gift is not in the area that I say, oh yeah, be a business owner, entrepreneur, if it's not in that area, don't do that. Continue to pursue that gift that's on the inside of you, your dreams, your passions, your goals, and wherever that leads you to, I'm going to always be happy, and I'm always going to be proud of you, because you doing what God called you to do here on this earth. Know that? Love you. All right, everyone. This is Andre Park with his daughter Mariah, and we just having some tea time talk. With that being said, take care. God bless, and we truly look forward to seeing each and every one of you where?
On the beaches of the world.
They know where we hang out. Take it easy. Peace out.